Hello, everyone. We are back again.
We're back.
For another episode of Couple Talk with the Grays. So,
was you supposed to say something right there? Something?
No.
Oh, okay. You was like the Grays.
I thought you were gonna jump in.
Okay.
We are
with the Grays. We just happen to be a couple.
Anyhow, just want to say shout out to everyone who commented, gave us good feedback, congratulated us on the last series that we talked about with marriage counseling. That good subject. People who stopped us in stores, skating ring, grocery stores, everywhere. Just thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments on Facebook. Glad you guys enjoyed it, but we're going to get right into it. We try not to make them too long. The video's too long. So today we're going to be talking about step parenting. We had someone ask us, could we go more into detail on step parenting? As we said in the last video, we are a blended family, so which made Corey the step parent coming into the relationship. I brought in 2 kids. So let's just get started with that. Basically, when you come into a relationship or you're about to get married or about to date someone, make sure you know their thoughts on kids. In the beginning, they would tell you all kind of telltale signs. Of course, most people don't bring kids around unless they know that this is the person that they're going to want to be with. So make sure you know your thoughts.
Well, a lot of people don't.
Huh?
A lot of people don't.
What?
They be bringing their kids around, you know, and
which is not a good thing.
Trying to get a booty call.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
But
especially
you don't want to do that
know.
in the kids' mind. So
yeah, you don't want them to meet everybody you date. Like,
so then they're gonna be doing the same thing you do.
Right, because that's where we get it from. I'm just kidding. But anyhow, so yeah, you definitely want to make sure you know their thoughts on kids, because they may not like kids. But when you do decide to introduce your children to this person that you're planning on being with, or you may be about to get married to, make sure you watch your kids' reactions with this person, how they feel, what they say about that person. A lot of times kids will be telltale signs of if this person is a good person or if this person is not such a great person that will be a fit for you and your family, meaning you and your child, and then this new person becoming a part of that family. So make sure you watch for that. Get their views on what they think about children and different things like that, and they'll typically show. Watch for their actions with your child. Do they interact with them, or is this child like a visitor or stranger to them, or do they know how to even respond to children? Or it could be the fact that they don't have any. But if they do have kids, I feel like you should pay attention to their signs on how they interact with that child.
True. Even with my mom and my stepdad, my mother asked us, she said, how do y'all feel about me getting remarried? I said, I don't care, as long as he don't disrespect me or disrespect you, I'm cool. So, into just everything, just ask those questions, because you never know how the kid really feels. And then, they'll grow up and then they'll really say how they feel. And then you be like, dang, man, was this the right choice in marrying this person? Those are your kids. So that person going to have to accept your kids for who they are. And if he can't treat your kids like his kids, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to go and dump him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that is true. And my mom was the same. Before she got married, she was like that with people that she was dating. She would watch or ask me, how I felt about a person. And then even when she got ready to get married, I was very comfortable with the guy that she married. So yeah, that is something you definitely want to talk to your kids about the person, ask them their thoughts, how they feel, about this person, and how do they see you if it's okay if you were to marry them, how would they feel, so that's something to think about. Moving into the next subject, when you're talking about step parenting, we're going to talk about that person's involvement. How would you want that person to respond with your children? If this is a person that you're going to be married to or you're getting married to, you need to kind of lay out, like, with this parent, you want this parent to be have an active role in that child's life, especially if there's not an active biological parent other than yourself. That's
a whole nother chapter on that one too.
Yeah, that is. Everybody doesn't have that happy story when it comes to active involvement with the other biological parent. So if this person's going to take on that role, how much involvement do you want them to have? I mean, in my opinion, I feel like Corey should be a part of their life just as much as I am, as far as, not only, like I said before, financial wise, but parent teacher conferences.
I'm there.
Yeah, he's been
Everybody
loaded for the last 2 weeks.
I walk in there, they be like, "Hey, C-Dub." I be like, "Hey, lady." Yeah, so they all know me. All schools, both my kids, and the daycare. So I'm very, very, very well in with the kids. Due to my work schedule, me being on the radio, rocking everybody. Hey, y'all. I can't make all the practices, and I can't make the games and stuff, but next year I plan on making some sacrifices. So I'm going to talk to my boss, make some sacrifices, because my daughter said, "You always work all the time." So I'm going to make some time.
That's her biggest thing. She said, "He's always working." So, yeah.
Keep these lights on.
Yeah, that's true. But, yeah, his schedule's been busy for the last 2 weeks, right? With parent-teacher conferences and meetings and all of that. So, yeah. That is something that you need help with, and you need to be willing and open to tell your partner, "Hey, I need help with this. If this is if you're marrying me or you're wanting to be with me, this is also who you're marrying, which is that child."
The whole package.
Yeah. It's not just part of it, not just you, but that child as well.
Whole meeting 3.
Also, when it comes to, let's go into like discipline, because I know that was somebody's main concern was discipline. I would say definitely first write down how you feel this child should be disciplined. Both of you guys, write it down so that way you guys can bring them together and share your thoughts on how you feel about discipline, whether it's for grades or behavior or just being disrespectful. Put down your hot points, like something that you're not okay with for both parents, and see if you guys can come to a happy medium. If there is an active biological parent that is involved in that child's life, so that's outside of you guys' relationship, so the dad or the mom, whoever the child is not living with, if they are involved, in that child's life, actively involved, you might want to sit down, your spouse, or your significant other who you're wanting to be with, and you guys all talk that out as to how you guys are going to discipline, because that parent may feel like they don't want the step parent to discipline that child, but then the step parent may feel like that's cool, but this child, I'm not going to allow this child to be disrespectful or not show me any respect in my household. So you guys could sit down and talk about that as a happy medium all together. And if the parent is not active, then you guys need to get on one page. When I say you guys, the two that
everybody just needs to sit down, come on one accord.
One thing I will say, me and Corey has pretty much been on the same page as far as discipline, punishment, different things like that. Our kids, for the most part, like to play either video games, go skating. We find things that excite them. Take away cell phones is one of our options. Activities will stop, especially when it becomes like a grade problem. We'll take away skating, different things that they like to do.
That they bug me to do.
One thing I had to get used to, which I wasn't really one used to, but it was different. He likes to take the cord from the TV.
Take the power cord out. You just get on there, you be like, "Why my TV ain't working?" With them grades looking like. So you just unplug the cord. Ain't no need to.
But it does help get the focus back, because technically when you're in school during the week, most of your focus should be on your schoolwork. So, you can have time for TV, but when your grades are not there, we unplugging TVs and taking cords.
You think it's a jail. You just in here in 4 walls and a light and homework.
Basically. Bath and we feed you. But no. One thing I will say about the whole discipline area of step parenting that me and Corey face, watching outside people. Never allow outside people to run your household or feel like they have a say in how you run your kids or discipline your kids per se. That's like a no. It's kind of like you made a vow to be with this person, and this person that you're with, that's the only person you owe an explanation to. And as long as
your mama, not your daddy, like when you get married, like
nobody outside.
I talk to her, and wherever she say go, that's what's gonna happen, because happy wife, happy life. So you guys have to come together in common ground and make the action for the child. But other people outside, we had a family member ourselves trying to tell us how to run our household. I'm like, wait a minute now. Like, I'm the man here. Like, this is how we're gonna do it at this household. How you do it at yours is different, but how we do it here is how we're gonna do it here. So.
Yeah, I mean, on that note, yeah, the only time you should accept someone trying to give you advice is only when you ask them for advice. But as far as telling you, because a lot of times people are looking at your household from what they see, they don't understand how your household runs. So they assume, kind of like what Bishop say, people, they make assumptions of what your life is like, but technically they don't know from A to Z how it runs. So basically, never tell your business, whether it's about your kids or discipline, about any problems that you guys may be facing or any disagreements. The more and the more you bring people into your life, the more they build up this barrier or this disliking for that person.
Cloud your head up.
Yeah. It's never good. That's why we say seek a counselor, somebody that don't know neither one of you, so nobody can form a side. They can just give you honest opinion, honest advice. But yeah, if someone is trying to, disrupt your household, because honestly it's disrespectful to your house and what you're trying to do and the way that you're trying to raise your family or have your family go in the direction that you're wanting your family to go. Anybody that tries to tear that down or break that, you just politely exclude yourself, like separate yourself from it. You can love them from a distance, pray for them, pray that they get some business or something that they can mind of their own, to be able to take care of themselves and focus on what direction their life is going. But other than that, until they can be respectful of what you have going in your house, just separate yourself. It's not healthy. I promise you, when we decided to just kind of separate ourselves from it, things started changing. Like, it was just so positive. We try to keep a positive environment.
Bishop talk about those energy drainers.
Sometimes,
and be your immediate family, be your best friend, be your coworker. Sometimes you have to leave that job. So those energy drainers, man, they negative, and they just leech on you. And y'all know some of them people you work with right there, they be gossiping. Mm-hmm.
And you get caught up in it.
You get caught up in it. And then that it's that negativity, and it's a spread and the spread.
So then the last thing that I think we have so far for the step parenting is just making sure that that you guys are on the same page as far as the respect level for the children. Some people are very possessive or feel like their child does no wrong. So bringing in a new person into their relationship, they may feel like it's okay for them to be disrespectful or not treat the other parent with the same respect as they would that mother or that father. Honestly, that child should treat both parents the same way. As same as for the step parent. That step parent should love that child as if he or she is theirs. Not only support them financially, mentally, emotionally, like we said, be there for them through school, through homework, sporting activities, anything that they're needing to do. They should be comfortable enough to go to that parent and talk to that parent. I know my daughter, one day a song came on, and Corey always preaches to them in the car, either on the way from school or he talks to them after school and asks them how their day was, and if they're listening to songs, like, do y'all know what these songs mean? And he was telling them, I wasn't in the car, but he was telling them one day that a song meant something, and it was something positive. And so my daughter, me and her were riding one day, and she goes, you know what? That's what Corey said. That's what Corey said. He said, if he was here right now, he'll tell me, you hear that song? See, that's how you're supposed to be. That's what she told me. But it was hilarious. I can't think of the details, but it's just hilarious because you may think they're not paying attention, but they're actually listening.
They're paying attention.
So even if it doesn't seem like you have any connection with the child, just know the more positive things you can do in their life, and even just discipline them. You don't have to be so harsh. You don't have to cuss them out. Just, talk to them. He likes to ask them questions as to why they did that.
Yeah, I got to find out, what is your brain thinking? Like, where did that even come from? And then find out, oh, there it is right there. That's wrong. Okay? So this is how you make it right. Okay, so now go.
That is pretty much all we have today for as the parenting or the step parenting series go. Don't forget to like this video, share it, comment,
Let us know your thoughts, like, because we want to keep doing these, so we want to help you out. Give us your thoughts. Put your comments down there. Hit the share button. Follow me, DJ C Dove 615 on Instagram, Facebook.
Only one dot. Wait, what is my Instagram name?
Yeah, why don't you just make it a normal name? Only one dot Miss Gray.
No,
like we all know it's one Miss
Mrs.
Gray.
Dot Gray. Yeah, I was bougie thugs. I mean, I just wanted to
But you are a bougie thug.
And
Anyway.
I am. I really am.
So y'all just follow us, man. Thank you.
So, yeah.